Hey, what's going on? It's Femi with Kingdom Truth Finances back with another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. At Kingdom Truth, we talk about everything from credit reports, understanding credit cards, how to open a bank account, real estate, mortgages, and so many more different things. In today's lesson, we're talking about credit. Imagine being ready to buy your first house. You go to the bank and you apply for a home loan. The bank comes back and they tell you, we're sorry, we can't process your application because you don't have any credit established. So what exactly is credit? How do you build it? How do you manage it? What is a credit score? The answers to those questions are coming up in today's lesson. As we know, the current educational system doesn't teach financial literacy. And so at Kingdom Truth, our goal is to provide as much financial literacy and knowledge as we can to the youth, to teens, and to anybody that's trying to improve their financial knowledge. As you've noticed, all my videos are free. But the way that you can support me is to go to my YouTube page, Kingdom Truth, and subscribe to the channel, like the page, share it with anybody of interest, and that is the way that you can support the work that I do with Kingdom Truth. I'm so glad that you've chosen to go on this journey with me. Feel free to leave a comment, a review, because that helps me to improve and to provide relevant content. So with that being said, let's begin. Hey, what's going on? This is Femi with Kingdom Truth Finances. Welcome to today's lesson where we are going to be talking about credit. Credit is a very important term to understand, especially if you have aspirations to buy a house, a car. In most cases, you're going to have established credit to take out a home loan and even a car loan. And so credit is a very, very important term to understand, especially if you're young, if you're new to the country. This course is definitely something that can be beneficial for you. So the learning objectives. So after completing this course, a learner will be able to discuss the concepts of credit, list 3 ways in which credit is used, list ways to establish a good credit profile, and finally, discuss consequences of a negative credit profile. And so here's the course outline. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about the term credit. Then after that, we're going to look at an actual credit report, which summarizes your credit and financial history. Then we're going to talk about understanding your credit score, which is also known as FICO score. Then we're going to talk about how to build credit. Then talk about the factors that lead to a bad credit rating. And finally, we're going to talk about 3 ways to establish and build credit. Okay, welcome to Lecture 1. Lecture 1, we're going to talk about the general term credit and discuss what exactly credit means. So credit is part of your financial power. It helps you get the things you need now, like a home loan or car loan, based on your promise to pay later. And so a lot of the times when we refer to credit, we're talking about your ability to go to a bank and ask for a loan to purchase a house or a car. A lot of the times, most people don't have the funds available to purchase a house or a car with cash. For example, a house might cost $150,000. And so most people don't have $150,000 in their bank account. And so what they do is they go to the bank and ask for a loan to be able to purchase the house. And when you take out a loan, of course, you have to be able to pay it back. And so when we discuss credit or talk about credit, we're talking about your financial background and your ability and power to take out a loan to purchase items. And so, as we kind of touched on, credit refers to your financial profile and your financial background. So, for example, if you go to a bank and say, "Hey, I'm looking to buy a car," the banker may ask you a question like, "Hey, so how's your credit?" And so that question is basically trying to find out your credit, your financial history. So when someone says, "How is your credit?" they're looking to find out, do you have a history of managing finances correctly? Do you have a history of paying back any loans or liabilities that you have? And so this is why it's important to understand credit, because credit is directly tied to your financial management and history, and it helps banks and institutions know how likely is it that this person is going to pay back any money that we borrow to them. As we discussed, credit is usually needed by most people because we don't have the cash available to purchase things like a house or a car.